Now, if there's one man who can ruffle official feathers in Nigeria, it's the controversial former governor of the central bank, Muhammadu Sanusi II, who has just been reinstated as the Emir of Kano. And he certainly managed to ruffle the feathers of the former governor of Kano State, Abdullahi Ganduje, who accused him of insubordination and summarily sacked him. Mr. Sanusi was seen as a reformist and had been critical of some government policies, a stance that frequently put him at loggerheads with ruling politicians but made him enormously popular with ordinary Nigerians. Well, now he's back as a full royal, reinstated earlier today by the current governor of Kano State, Abba Yusuf. So how did this come to pass?
On the very moment I signed the bill into law, it means that all appointments made in accordance with that 2019 law are voided, and the balkanized Kano Emirate has been restored to its original free 2019 status, guided by the provisions of the Kano State Chiefs and Emirs Appointment and Deposition Law 1984 and the Kano State Emirate Council Repeal Law 2024, with full support of the kingmakers, I have approved the reappointment of Malam Sanusi Lami.
What a remarkable turn of events. Well, for more on this, I'm joined now on the line from Kano by Arise correspondent Nissi Gabriel. Nissi, good to see you. I can imagine a sense of absolute jubilation and excitement in Kano. I mean, what's the mood and reaction there to this extraordinary development?
Yeah, good to talk to you, Charles, after a long period of time. Well, what has happened here in Kano State gives some sort of semblance to the intrigues in the movie Game of Thrones, as Sanusi Mohammed II makes a comeback to the throne after his removal as Emir of Kano State. Well, moments ago, here in Kano State, the governor of the state, Abba Yusuf, after signing that bill into law, said with the full support of the kingmakers, he has now reappointed Sanusi Mohammed II as the Emir of Kano. Now, what's the mood like here in Kano? Jubilant mood, I must say, Charles, because right outside the government house, a lot of supporters were outside here to celebrate this decision by the governor of Kano State and the Kano State government. I interacted with many Kano residents here in Kano, and they say they are happy because for them it's like the lost glory has finally been restored. And for many of them, it's like going back to their historical background because, as you know, Kano has always operated one status emirate before what happened in 2019 when Ganduje, the former governor of Kano State, made that decision of dissolving the Emirates into adding 4 additional Emirates to the Kano Emirates, making it 5 Emirates. But now with this new decision by the Kano State government, the person of Abba Yusuf, the people of Kano State are jubilant and they can't wait to actually receive their new Emir in the person of Mohammed Sanusi II tomorrow, hopefully back to Kano and back to the throne as a full royal. Charles.
Well, I mean, I can well imagine the kind of reception that he's going to get. I mean, because he is enormously popular, isn't he? I mean, in terms of background, he was seen as a reformist, frequently at loggerheads with ruling politicians, but the darling of the public, and not just in Kano, but across Nigeria.
Yes, Charles, that's very correct. And that's one thing you can't take away from the person of Emir Sanusi Mohammed II. He's someone who we all know does not shy away from speaking the truth to power. And he has always done that. And that was one of the reasons for his dethronement back where he was the Emir of Kano then by the former governor of Kano State, the person of Abdullahi Ganduje. The Emir is someone who is revered, is a brilliant scholar, a a brilliant economist and someone who, as a former governor of CBN, he did exceptionally great. And the people of Kano are happy with his portfolio, with his profile, and they say they are really glad to have someone like that as their emir, and they can't wait, like I said, to receive him in the grand reception here in Kano State. Now, for the people of Kano, I asked many of them that, don't they think, what would be the political implications of this decision taken by the governor of Kano State today? And to my great surprise, many of them say Kano State will be calm. There won't be any political tension in Kano, because what the governor has done today for them, it's taking them back to what used to be. That ought to have been the status quo, and that is what they are used to, rather, I'll put it that way. That is what Kano State, they want for Kano State, because apart from Sokoto State, which operates a one-status emirate too, because it is a caliphate, Kano State now is the second state in Nigeria that operates a single emirate system. And for the people of Kano State, they are glad with these happenings here in Kano State.
So you could say that his clipped wings have been unclipped. But, I mean, you talked about the political implications, Nissi. I mean, we know that the current governor, Abba Yusuf, is a strident opponent of the former governor. I mean, they're in different parties, the current governor in the NNPC, the former governor in the ruling APC party.
Yes, that's right, Charles. That political divide is there. But I must tell you, for the people of Kano State, they are not thinking along political lines. For them, it's about restoring back their cultural heritage, preserving the emirates. That's the best way to describe it. For them, this is a culture, this is an emirate they so cherish. And the division, the splitting of this emirate into 5, many say had created a lot of disunity amongst residents of Kano, amongst different people in Kano State. And now for them returning back to a one-status emirate, it's like returning back their lost glory. So regardless of political divide, I think I just see the people of Kano State taking a new direction, coming together to say, this is our heritage and we must preserve it regardless of political lines, regardless of sentiments, regardless of all sort of affiliation. This is our heritage and we must preserve it. And I must say this, the one-status emirate system dates back to the days of Usman Dan Fodio, to tell you how cherished this one-status emirate system is for the people of Kano State.
Well, it sounds absolutely extraordinary and very, very interesting indeed. And as you said, there'll be a ceremony tomorrow to properly and prestigiously reinstate Mahamadou Sanusi. Nissi, for the moment, thank you very much indeed. I'm sure we'll see you across Arise as the story continues to evolve. Thank you very much indeed. Nissi Gabriel is Arise correspondent. He was talking to me there on the line from Kano.